I joined the Army in 2008. Yeah, about 2 weeks after I graduated, I was in the Army. 2 weeks after I graduated from high school, I was in the Army. And the military was a very interesting experience because in the military, you're not paid to think for yourself. They do all the thinking for you. They tell you when and where to go. They tell you to do this. They tell you to do that. Everything is already planned out for you. One day, I'm guarding this gate. I'm armed up with my weapon, guarding this gate. And this truck approaches. And the truck approaches, and it gets closer to the gate. And I'm telling the truck to stop. I'm saying, stop, 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 telling the truck to stop. The truck stops, the driver gets out, and he starts walking towards the gate. Well, I tell him, I say, you have to stop. I'm yelling at him, stop, 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 stop. And the whole time he's coming at me, he has this smile on his face. So I'm thinking in my head, this man is crazy. This man is loony. He's out of his mind. I don't know what's wrong with him. Anyways, he continues to come closer and closer and closer. And by this time, I've pointed my weapon at him. I'm telling him I'm going to shoot and all this stuff. But something was telling me not to shoot. Something was telling me not to pull the trigger. So I didn't. And what happens is that he approaches me, and from his underarm, he produces his paperwork telling him that it was okay for him to get in the gate. Well, in the conversation I'm having with him, I'm telling him, you can't come into the gate. You're not welcome in the gate. And I'm like, didn't you see me pointing this weapon at you? Don't you know I could have shot you? And the man looks at me, and he's speaking broken English. His English is very broken. He looks at me with a smile on his face, and he points his finger to the sky like this, and he says, I only fear Allah. And in my head, I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got problems, you know what I mean? You out here defying guns and stuff. No, you're tripping out, whatever, right? So what happens is that I come back out to California about October of 2011, and then I took my Shahada at Farouk because I knew a guy that actually was going there at the time that I had met through some other friends that was going there at the time, and he invited me to come through and take my Shahada. And, one thing that I would say to everybody that's watching this, or, to anybody that's interested in Islam, is do not hesitate to go out and do the research and visit a masjid. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, it may be a little strange at first. Obviously, it's going to be strange. You're doing something new. You're looking into something that might potentially change your life. And it's a bit overwhelming at first. And sometimes the thing is that sometimes when we discover the truth, we try to run away from it because we don't want to believe it. But the problem is that the truth, you can't run away from the truth forever. It's always going to be in the back of your mind. And sometimes when people discover Islam, they look at it and they say, no, this can't be true. They think they know it's true, but they back away from it because they're scared of the truth, And in that sense, you have to understand is that, yes, the truth is a little bit scary sometimes, but it's still the truth, And in doing that, don't be afraid to go and visit a masjid. Don't be afraid to talk to the Muslims that are around you. Do not believe what the media is telling you. That's rule number one. Don't believe what the media is telling you. Don't let anybody tell you that ISIS, the Taliban, represents Islam. Because if that's the case, then the KKK represents Christianity. And everybody knows that's not true.